Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you just the one tip for tomorrow's horse racing action. Now before we get stuck into that, let's quickly just recap on how our selections performed today. In the end, it wasn't a bad day for us here on our YouTube channel, as we had a really nice winning nap at Doncaster in the form of Annie Mack. Now we advised her last night at 11-2. She was quite a big price, I thought, at the time of recording, and throughout the day and as we got closer up to post time, she was absolutely smashed in the betting, and you could see why. She had a solid chance. She brought some really good form. She hadn't competed against her own sex in a while, and also as well she was getting some weight from some of her rivals, and the conditions were in her favour too, so there was lots to like about her chances today, and she destroyed the field in the end. She absolutely bolted up, and I think she could be a player in the Mayor's Chase if she does go down the Mayor's Chase route for the Cheltenham Festival. I'd like to see what kind of price she is, but I think she's definitely going to be one to keep on side if she did run in that race, because I think it would be an ideal race for her, and she's still, I think, quite an exciting prospect. So yeah, nice winner there, and hope some of you were able to back that one. Away from that, however, our three other selections were disappointing on the day. Mystic Dreamer was the first one of them at Newbury. Just wasn't good enough on the day, really. Had every chance, but just didn't have the gears to go with the winner, Panic Attack. We also as well put up St. Roy in the maths and hurdle, and in the end Sharjah won it in the end. I actually backed Sharjah last year for the champion hurdle at 33-1. Is he going to be good enough to win the champion hurdle? Possibly. After Epatant's defeat in the Christmas hurdle at Kempton on Boxing Day, it might be a bit more wide open now than it previously was before. She's no shoo-in, in my opinion. Anyway, I know some of you will forgive her that run, and yeah, you can forgive her that run, but it shows that she is beatable, and yeah, it would be interesting to see how she goes on next time. But as a champion hurdle trial, I think it wasn't a bad race. St. Roy, my selection, he had every chance to go and win his race. I just wonder, possibly, is he a horse that really does need to be played late, kind of like Sharjah was in the race, a really strong traveller, and then he might not find too much off the bridle for pressure. Maybe that's the way he would have to be delivered. Would I be giving up on him for the champion hurdle? If he was quite a short price, then possibly. But going back to Cheltenham, I think it might spark a bit of an improvement out of him. That's where arguably his career best performance has been so far, and maybe the track could just suit him as it's that. I think that hill could suit him, going up the Cheltenham Hill at the end. I just think the nature of the track could possibly suit him, and maybe Leopardstown wasn't quite his cup of tea today. But the way it was run tactically, you would have said if he was good enough, he should have won. But yeah, the excuses are starting to run out now for St. Roy, and I think it will be kind of a now or never if he does turn up in the champion hurdle. He'll either run really well or either flop. I don't think there's no middle ground with him. So yeah, St. Roy is becoming a little bit disappointing now. The other tip of the day was Stargate, who, yeah, just maybe didn't have quite the gears I thought he did, but take nothing away from the winner, Brave Man's Game. I was really impressed by his performance. Just kept finding, and in that home straight, he never looked like really he was going to be caught. He just kept finding, going through the gears, and Stargate and Glancing Queen, who are two nice horses in behind, just had no answers. And yeah, I really like Brave Man's Game. He's probably always going to have been a chaser in the making, but he's still an exciting prospect over hurdles. Has a little bit of a similarity, from what I've seen anyway, of him so far to Denman. I think he's a very similar type, big, imposing horse that just kept finding, and was tough as nails. And I could see Brave Man's Game developing into a similar type. So yeah, away from our nap today, it was disappointing, but if you were able to get on the price of 11-2, it means we had a fairly profitable day, and hopefully it's something to build on for the rest of 2020. So yeah, just a couple of days now to go until the year obviously ends, and when we hit the 1st of January, I'm going to be doing a new staking system, and I'm going to make a video on that, explaining it all with some graphics and that. I revealed that last night, so hopefully that should be out, I would imagine, New Year's Eve. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to not miss out on that video, because it means every time I upload a video you'll get a notification on your desktop or your YouTube app to say that I've uploaded a video, so make sure you do it if you haven't done so already. Anyway, enough of all that, let's get into the tip for tomorrow's racing. Like I said, I just fancy the one horse tomorrow, which is going to be running in the 3:15 at Taunton. Now the horse I'm going to be going with tomorrow as my nap of the day is a horse called Eaton Miller for Ryan Potter, and Ben Post has been booked to ride. Now this Eaton Miller has not always been the most consistent performer. He was previously with Tom Simmons, however he's now transferred to Ryan Potter's, and he made his stable debut last time out running off a mark of 79, where he ran a really good race to finish in second place at Seville. I just think he bumped into one that day, because the winner of that race was Oliver Greenall's Cosse, and Oliver Greenall's team have been in really good form in December, and he'd come into the back of into that race off the back of a win previously at Seville, you know, so he had been in a bit of a roll, that horse, and he's now rated 110. So you got to say that was probably quite a nice performance, and probably should be marked up by Eaton Miller. Also as well, that was his first run after quite a long absence. So yeah, a lot to like, I think, about that performance there. And if you look at this race as a whole tomorrow, I don't think it's a particularly strong race at Taunton, and I think off a mark of 79 that's fairly workable. He's only won once during his career so far though, and that did come at Huntington when he was off a mark of 76. However, I do think that going to Taunton tomorrow, running around these kind of tracks, does suit him. He's got some really good form. Arguably some of his best form has been going this way round, going right-handed. He finished second actually at the beginning of 2020 in really deep ground at Hereford, so that's really encouraging, because the ground is going to be quite tough at Taunton tomorrow, so we know he can handle the ground, and he seems like going well around these fast, speedy, right-handed tracks. So again, that's another positive in my opinion. And I think even though, yes, he hasn't won off a mark this high, he's only had one career victory, and that was £3 lower than his current official rating, I do think 79 is a fairly workable mark for this fellow. He's going to be getting plenty of weight from some of his rivals. It's not a particularly strong race, you know, it's a really weak contest on paper at least, but I just thought that effort at Seville was really encouraging, and I expect him to maybe come forward from that effort. So yeah, off a mark of 79 tomorrow, you can currently get 8-1 out there, and that was with William Hill at the time of recording, who are off in 4 places. I think this is a great each way bet, and I'll be disappointed if he couldn't make the frame. So that's going to be my nap of the day, Eaton Miller in the 3:15 at Taunton. Let me know in the comments box below what horses you guys are going to be backing tomorrow. Also as well, if you're enjoying these videos, please remember to give us a thumbs up. I really appreciate all the support you give me. Also as well, please remember to subscribe here at Lucky Loaders 15 if you are enjoying these videos. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do, where my handle is at LuckyLoader15 on Twitter. That's the best place to follow me on social media. And if you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have a winning nap tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.